Welcome to Robot Wars. Coming up, the fight to own one of the Warzone's most cherished possessions, the Challenge Belt. 8 machines meet but not to greet, to dash hopes and destroy, to gnash and grind, to mash and melt, to slice and dice, and to win through to meet head-to-head the reigning holders of the Challenge Belt.
Let's hear it. The Extreme Challenge champions, Tornado!
Welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Chung.
Tonight, the return of the Challenge Belt. Now, the only team ever to successfully defend a belt 3 times and to keep it are Tornado. In fact, they're on their way to keeping 2. Well, I've got some bad news for Tornado, because I found 8 robots who want to take that belt off you. Yes, only one of them can challenge Tornado in tonight's main event. So first, they've got to fight each other. It's going to be gruesome as we let the wars begin.
Experience is here. Smitzy, down Tom Key and Hypnotist, Spinners and Slammers, the Axes of Terahertz and Iron Ore, Barbarous' Pole, Vadar from a space-time continuum black hole. And at the end of it all, a tornado is waiting. So, 8 robots here. Only one can challenge Tornado in tonight's main event. For the first round, we have 2 melees. The robots have been split. 4 machines in each fight. Mayhem virtually guaranteed. Can Tornado hold on to that belt? Let's see.
From Banbury in Oxfordshire, Hypnodisc.
3 times UK Championship Grand Finalists.
Right, Pops. What's the battle plan?
Well, the battle plan has started an hour ago. We've been watching our opponents laying on armour for the last 2 hours. But our plan is to win.
Yes.
A massively destructive weapon, once the most feared in the war zone, backed up by a 10mm aluminium checker plate chassis, aluminium rear armour and a hardened 6mm aluminium disc cover.
From Maidstone in Kent, Smithy.
Twice a heat finalist in UK Championships, has never gone beyond that stage.
The Smitzy team. Sorry, mate, I didn't see you. That's what it stands for. They're all bikers.
Yep.
That Challenge Belt, you know. I was thinking that would look good with all your biking leathers on your bike, wouldn't it? Getting off at the pit stop, you know. Do you think?
Yeah.
Can you see that on you?
It wouldn't fit on me. I could see it on Robin, yeah.
A 4-wheeled invertible design built to be tough with multi-purpose front jaws tipped with razor-sharp blades and a 12-kilo, 200-mile-an-hour rear disc, but it has been unreliable in the past.
From Chertsey in Surrey, Dan Tompier.
Previous UK Championship semi-finalists.
Yeah, and of all of the things that happened to you in Robot Wars, what do you hate the most?
Spinners.
Who are you not happy to be with now?
2 of them, Hypnotist and Smithy.
With top speeds of 20 miles an hour, this is a fast, agile, full-pressure flipper with a proven track record for its design and construction. A very hard-hitting machine.
From South Ockenden in Essex, Sir John Belmont.
Stylish and fun, but they also lose, just as we've begun.
As ever, immaculately turned out. Such a nice whistle.
Thank you very much.
Chroma lot
Nice to see you.
Very nice indeed. Now, you're up against Smitzy, Dan Tompier, and Hypnotist. Not very nice.
It's not a problem for us, Philippa.
Nilo problemo.
It's no problem at all.
Like the hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Philippa, they're up against the class act. You must remember that. You must remember that out there.
No, I never forget it.
The class act.
I'm never allowed to forget it, yes.
I've got a soft spot for you. Here it is. Jonathan Pierce, I've got a soft spot for you as well. It's called a swamp.
Oh! Oh! Shh!
Ha! They say they're Jonathan Pierce proof, razor proof, bomb proof. They're not. They are very experienced and they do have a very quick CO2 direct high-speed lifting machine.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's see the two teams. Dan Tomkier, basically the Lambert family on the left and the Rose family and the Hypnotist team on the right. There's the Sir Cromalot boys, Steve Merrill and Ray Tate on the left and Smidgy, captain by Mick Reed on the right. In the arena for the house robots, Matilda with the lifting tusks. And there's Mr. Psycho with the claw, the hammer and the very bad attitude and breath.
3, 2, 1.
Watch for Dan Tomkier with the first assault there on Smidsy. Smidsy low centre of gravity, but a 1.5 centimetre ground clearance. Could prove vulnerable. Look at Hypnotist. Under pressure from Dan Tomkier immediately. And Hypnotist slammed into the CBZ. 3 times UK Championship Grand Finalist, but in all sorts of trouble. Gone. Out. In the CBZ, under pressure from Dan Tomkier, Mr. Psycho came in, had a look. Dan Tomkier flew in for a second attack, and out they went out of the arena. Hypnotist gone. Their chance of fighting for the challenge belt is over. 2 machines survive this opening melee. Down goes the pit of oblivion. Dan Tomkier needs to get away from Mr. Psycho. Could literally crush it in that CBZ. What can we see of Sir Cromalot and Smitty? Nothing much, because Dan Tomkier is having all the trouble from Mr. Psycho. Get out of there. Don't try and take on Mr. Psycho. He has a long reach and an even longer memory. Smitsy's, for a minute, right underneath that hammer, I thought. Sir Cromalot, very good steering here by Steve Merrill and Ray Tate. Basically what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is running away. They're just running away from trouble, trying to keep out of trouble. It may well serve them well in the future. Smidsy's under pressure and flipped by Dan Tomkier with a full bottle pressure flipper. Can act as a powerful spinner as well. Smidsy, well, meeting a sandwich there from Dan Tomkier and Sir Cromalot. Some nifty work by Sir Cromalot until Dan Tomkier flicks it over. It's self-righted though. That's basically an American truck wheel hub you're seeing there. 25mm thick alloy shell on Sir Cromalot. They are a stylish and fun team. Great competitors as well, Steve Merrill and Ray Tate. We love them, really. Ha! Why heck. Now, his machine is out there, Sir Cromalot. Dan Tomkier is pushing it away. Across the arena floor, Smidsy, living dangerously, flirting with the floor flipper, which is easy to say unless you've been out for a night on the tiles with Steve Merrill and Ray Tate. Yeah, nothing's easy to say. Smidsy in the CPZ is overturned. Mr. Psycho looks on. What is that flailing chain on Sir Cromalot? What is that all about? Is that a weapon? Is that something that they wear down the nightclubs of South Ockenden in Essex? I'm not too sure. They've been overturned in the corner. Smidsy's flung up in the air. There goes Matilda on those bling-bling boys from Essex. The Sir Cromalot Steel boys. They're out! Matilda caught them with a flywheel bottom, which is rather a grisly thought for anyone. In they go, and Sir Cromalot tossed away like some loose leaf in the autumn fall, and they've gone. So we're left with 2 machines to fight on. Smidsy and Dan Tomkier. There's the fallen knight of the realm, Sir Cromalot. They've arrived in the war zone by helicopter and plane in the past, and limousine, Sir Cromalot, and they'll leave, in a trash can, really. Dan Tomkier and Smidsy, as cease is called Fight On. The Rose boys go. And also the Sir Cromalot team there on the right.
Did you like that battle? Dan Tomkier on awesome form. Only 2 robots remain in the arena. They go through. Smidsy and Dan Tomkier.
See, what often happens in this business, this whirl of show business that we live in, is that people have a meteoric rise to fame. And then they think that's it, they don't need to do any more work. I'm afraid complacency is setting.
No complacency at all there.
Come on, what happened then? We used to have amazing fights from you.
The arena wall isn't tall enough,
is it?
That's what it is. We need a tall arena wall and we'd be all right.
Now then, what was that? What do you call that?
That was fantastic, Philippa. That was really good news. Well, apart from Matilda did get the hump with us a little bit and decided to flip us out the arena, but you can't win all the time.
Yeah.
You've had a fantastic time here, though.
No, but the thing is with you, my love,
Yeah.
you don't win any of the time.
But I tell you one thing, they do fantastic dinners here.
They do. That's the only
really
reason
do.
you come, isn't
We had
it?
a great time, really did.
So do we. I hope they come again. Next up, Iron Ore 2, Barbarous 2, Vader and Terahertz.
From Horsham in West Sussex, Barbarous 2.
Barbed to give anyone a close shave.
Barbarous. Feeling nice and solid?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Good job too, because you're up against Terahertz. But look, new wheels.
Flexi wheels. I figured that it was probably better if we could deflect
Yes.
an impact rather than trying to absorb it.
Yeah.
So make the wheels even more flexible. And it's untested.
And things might get mangled, caught up.
It might do. I'm
Yeah.
a bit worried about axes.
A full-body, high-speed spinner on a horizontal axis. In other words, a plastic drum weapon propelled by two 500-watt hub motors. The plastic could cause problems.
From Clacton-on-Sea in Essex, Vader.
The Dark Lord cometh.
And here are the Vader team. Tactics, please.
Hit and hope.
I don't believe it. Who are you going to go for first?
We're going to try and go for Terahertz. Go for glory. Go for the best machine.
OK, how much have you got behind that disc? How many RPM?
We've got 850 RPM,
No,
but
that's
unfortunately we're
not
only
very
running on one motor.
No,
we
it's not
we
very
had
much. I don't
planned
want
for
to do
two.
very well. No, it's not very much.
It depends if we can keep it in the right
That's it. End of
direction.
interview. Sorry, it's finished now.
A 20-kilo vertical spinning disc, rear-ramming spikes and rear-ramming scoop provide plenty of weaponry. Transparent 8mm polycarbonate sheet provides the armour. Can't self-right.
From Oxford in Oxfordshire, Terahertz.
Grand finalists in the most recent UK Championships.
It's amazing. It will leave you awe-stricken. It will leave the other robots just stricken. Well, that's what we're hoping anyway.
I hope it works, behaves itself this time.
Now, the axe goes chop, 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 with a speed you've never seen the like of before. What have you cranked it up to?
We've gone back up to 140 last time. We were only 120 last time, I didn't realise. So we've gone back up to our
You
normal
cranked it up.
140.
You can go up to 180.
Yeah.
But then it starts doing a funny little
Yes,
jig,
it gets a
doesn't
little bit excited then, so we're...
So 140 and stay in control.
Yeah.
And it should just clear the floor with
That's
it.
the plan.
Polycarbonate with the most powerful action robot wars, they say. Highly aggressive with strong armour and attitude. Hyperactive, it now has raised armour, which may make it tornado-proof in the end.
From Langport in Somerset, Iron Ore 2.
A full power axe and flipper here. Dangerous.
In order to demonstrate the amazing, incredible power of iron ore, you have created a model to show us.
We have.
In a scientific manner, we will now demonstrate the precision
demonstrates
chopping power.
What we do to other robots.
There we are. Chop, chop.
Or flip, flop. Wedge shape with an extremely fast axe and flipper capable of lifting a ton, manoeuvrable, and two 800-watt motor powers.
Roboteers, stand by.
On the left in the pods, Terahertz, John Reed, Nicholas Lynch and James Lynch. Barbarous 2, Simon Rafferty, Guy Radford and Chris Watts. Vader there on the left, Paul Rose, Simon Latham and Philip Claythorpe. And Iron Ore 2, Gilbert and Robert Grimany and Bilbo. In the arena for the house robots, Shunt with the double blades and Matilda with a Tuscan flywheel. We've already seen that to great effect.
2, 1, activate.
If you have to ask me, this is the stronger heat, because it's got Terahertz out there with that mighty act, and it's got Vader. I like the look of Vader. Terahertz was very nearly toppled. I like the look of Barbarous 2, but I'm not too sure how effective it is. Goodness me, that is metal. Mashing mayhem out there at the moment. Splendid action. Vader away from danger, and then out comes Shunt. In goes the axe of Terahertz. The Barbarous pole is simply churning away. Their iron ore is being ground down to a sparked pulp, I think. Or is it okay? I'm not too sure. Iron ore might have been immobilised. They're all looking on in the control pods there. You can see the Iron Ore team, Gilbert, Grim and Robert. And Ian Bilbo looking on with concern. They're also the Terahertz boys as their axe comes into play on Barbarous 2. And the force of the axe down nearly sent a 99-kilo machine. Terahertz 2 rocking away from the action. Iron Ore's okay, and across the flame pit there. The flame pit hot enough to melt any hopeful robot war heart. There's Barbarous 2 spinning away. Terahertz has been formidable, I think. Iron Ore 2 slightly fortuitous to still be in the fight, but getting a great axe blow into Barbarous 2, and the plastic shell ripped apart there. I thought it might be suspect. Barbarous 2 taking damage. Or Vader being counted out. I didn't see that coming, but the red bot did. Iron Ore flips Barbarous up and very nearly topples itself. Iron Ore teetering and over. Can they self-right from there? Vader definitely gone. Iron Ore, have they been immobilized? I wonder, can they self-right? Barbarous in trouble as well as Vader. A crash out of the arena. Finished by Matilda's flywheel. But the big question here, Iron Ore, have they been immobilized? But I don't think there's anything in Barbarous either. I think they've gone too. Terahertz is coming in for the final kill. Barbarous down in the pit. Tail end up. But who went first? Barbarous or Iron Ore 2? That's the question, I think, for the judges. What a fight. Definitely through Terahertz. We know that. That's all we know. Help us out, Craig.
And Iron Ore were both kind of immobilised, and we're not quite sure who was immobilised first. We're going to the judges while they're making up their minds. Let's see the highlights.
Watch for the power of Terahertz's weaponry here. Straight in on Vader. I think Vader were killed off very early on by the axes. Finished, counted out by the ref bot, thrown out by Matilda. But who went first, Iron Ore or Barbarous? I think Barbarous were done there by Iron Ore's weaponry. Before Iron Ore sort of dragged themselves over. Or did Barbarous pull them over before Barbarous was finally pitted? We know Iron Ore's still moving there. Finally flung over by Terahertz. Was Barbarous moving before Terahertz pushed him in the pit? I don't think so. I don't know.
And the judges have made their decision. In their infinite wisdom, they have decided that Barbarous was immobilised first, so Terahertz and Iron Ore are through!
Huey, that was the most amazing fight.
That's cool.
Look at those. Let me just look at the holes first before I start the chat. There you go, in there with damage cam. What's actually in through that hole? It's got a bit black. Go on, what's in there?
Batteries immediately below that, but everything's intact.
What was smoking?
I think that was the drum motor.
Right.
It's well toasted.
It was spectacular, and I was quite surprised you were out.
Well, I'm not unhappy with the way it went. I think it was 6.5 dozen, really.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy for them to go through.
So there's a little bit of damage there on Vader and a little bit more down there. A little bit more up here around the corner.
Nice light on the top.
Yeah. But what I really want you to see, was one of the most spectacular things I've ever seen on Robot Wars, actually. Somebody getting butted out of the arena by Matilda. Is that? Look, that is where the discs met. Your disc and Matilda's disc.
We missed that. We saw us go out, but we didn't see what part she hit because we were immobilised on the side.
Until you get down here and you take a look at that. And that's what threw you out of the arena.
That's right. And that's structural steel as well. So.
Absolutely incredible.
Incredible, but Vader are out, so too Barbarous. Let's have a look and see how they line up in the second round then. It'll be Smidsy against Terahertz, but first up, Dan Tomkier against Iron Ore 2. Some fight.
So, 4 robots remain, all desperate to take on Tornado for that challenge belt. But who can survive round 2?
Dan Tomkia.
Very quick at 20 miles an hour, the machine of Michael and Daniel Lambert, with Stephen Gadsby there on the left-hand side.
Iron Ore 2.
There's the full-power axe and flipper. The machine of Gilbert Grimm on the right, son Robert and Ian Bilbo.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Dead Metal with the pincers and shredded saw, and Growler, Mr. Psycho's pet pooch.
3, 2, 1.
Flames flicker, the crowd roars. Iron Ore tentatively out. Dan Tomkia side on, can flip from there. That was poor driving by Iron Ore 2. I thought they were very hesitant into the middle of the war zone. What about you, Robert Grimm? A marketing analyst by trade at the controls of Iron Ore 2, running away from Dan Tomkia, trying to get out of trouble. Dan Tomkia lurches after it with the two 750-watt electric motors. He's behind Iron Ore and can drive and flip, and Iron Ore go out of the arena. Got themselves in trouble, and Dan Tomkia always laid a push, shove, hoist and KO from that position. It was grim for the family from Somerset as Dan Tomkia romped it, really.
Dan Tomkia still in explosive form. Iron Ore flipped out of the arena and back to the West Country. Dan Tomkia go through!
What is it with you? You'll do it one day. Terrible start, really. Straight out, and you got sort of trapped by the disc of doom for a start.
Well, we did. We didn't realise it was sort of sticking up in the air. The idea was we needed to run the flipper very low to get underneath Dan Tomkia. Because we knew that once he got underneath us, it'd be the end of it.
And you weren't wrong there, were you?
We weren't wrong there, but we just couldn't get the axe into play, really.
You couldn't. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's hear it for Iron Ore! Dan Tomkia, named after the kids. Yeah. The kids have got to be proud.
Yeah, they're as bad as the robot.
Are they as hard as the robot?
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, people are scared of your robot now. I mean, you're relatively new to this game, but you've caught everyone's imagination, and everyone's so scared of you.
Yeah, it's getting hard to live up to it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The more success brings the more pressure?
I'm getting more and more panicked about it.
Are you going to go all the way for us this time?
I sincerely
Because
hope
you've not won anything yet.
This could be one.
This could be it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hope so. This is Dan Tomkia!
Dan Tomkia edged nearer a fight with Tornado. Next up, Smidsy and Terahertz. Most awesome thing I think we've seen so far. James Lynch on the left, Nicholas Lynch next to him, and the captain John Reed.
Smidsy.
Haven't really seen yet the carbide tooth 12-kilo rear disc at play. The machine of Robin Bennett on the left, Steve Bennett on the right, in the middle, Mick Reed the captain.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Dead Metal, look at that saw blade spinning. And Sir Killalot's out there, his eye is on you.
3, 2, 1.
I'd have to go for Terahertz here because of the power of the axe weapon. Look at it. Beating like some manic metronome onto the top of Smithy, but hitting the arena floor. The pit release button has been depressed. Oh, they're slicing in onto the exposed tyres of Smithy. It has been vulnerable to axe weaponry in the past, Smithy. It's backing away tentatively. Look at that. It is absolutely mad, that Terahertz machine. Hyperactive, they call it. And Smithy desperately trying to get away. Robin Bennett driving, look at that. Absolutely hammering into the protective armament of Smithy. Smithy can't do anything, really. It has been absolutely mullered out there. Terahertz have destroyed Smidzy. They can't get going. Look at the axe. They'll push Tornado very hard if they can get that far. They've still got to beat Dan Tomkier. There's no question in my mind they'll beat Smidzy. Is there any question in your mind? Basically, Smidzy, you need the arena floor to collapse and Terahertz to go down a very, very big, black and endless hole for you to stand any chance. Smidzy and Robin Bennett driving, if I was you, find the pit of oblivion and fall into it. Look at Terahertz with the axe. There we can see, just spinning away, hopefully the Smidzy weapon. You can get up to 200 mile an hour, that carbide tooth rear disc, upgraded for these championships. It's not causing any damage to anyone. Terahertz has backed away, the job has been done. The ref bot starts his count. And Smidzy finished. Terahertz, frightening. The crowd counts along. That is not a bad machine. Twice a heat finalist in UK Championships, Smidzy. Destroyed by Terahertz. We could be seeing something very special, not from the Smidzy team, but from Terahertz. Smidzy onto the arena floor flipper for fun, frolics and frivolity. Through the air, 100 kilos of war zone killing machine. It didn't actually kill much, but was destroyed. Look at that, ripped, bent and buckled. And Sir Killalot about to push Smidzy down into the pit, where hopefully a robot ambulance awaits.
What a battle! Smidzy absolutely pulverised Terahertz. They go through!
What'd you say? Ouch. It did look painful.
Yeah, we tried to keep... Well, we wanted to try and keep him on the armour, but he kept hitting the wheels, and there you go.
He pulverised you. Absolutely battered.
Well, I have to get fish and chip shop sponsorship, eh?
Are you disappointed?
A bit, yeah. I mean, it was nice to get a little weight, but, you know, there you go.
Right. Let's hear it for Smidzy! Lethal.
That was fun.
Absolutely lethal.
We have a new man on the axe, Nick.
Yeah, well, you were working the axe.
That's right, yeah.
Well, you're a bit of a sadist, aren't you?
No, we've missed a few times, haven't we?
Only a few, though.
Yeah.
You're fairly accurate. Yeah. Was there much left in the axe?
No, we were out at the end.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you can get past, say, just over 2 minutes, then you might be in with a chance against us.
Yeah, if you can make it that far.
You shouldn't be giving away that. People are going to use these as tactics.
I will change our tactics next time we see them. Make it last 5 minutes.
OK, let's hear it. What a robot! Terahertz!
Confirmation then that Dan Tomkier and Terahertz win through to the final eliminator for the challenge belt. The winner of this will face Tornado for the belt itself.
And now the tension is really high. Silence as two teams side by side in the pits work. They're focused towards this final battle, the winner of which will fight Tornado. So first of all, we'll get... Hey, you're meant to be working.
We're ready.
You're ready?
Yeah,
Are
for a
you?
change.
The last time I looked, you were working, so you're only just ready. Yeah. It does make a change, you're right. OK, so tell us about the power of the axe compared to the power of their weapon.
We can make a mess of them, and they can throw us out of the arena.
Have you got more power than him in your weapon?
Yes.
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 OK. To flip him, though, you've only got to get in the front or the back?
On the sides.
No, you can't flip him from the sides because there's just they've got no ground clearance at all.
Done before.
Have you? Yeah. Do you think you can do it again?
Yeah.
And you think also that Tornado are a walkover, don't you?
Yeah.
I can't believe this man. You'd be so embarrassed if you lose.
Only 2 robots survive. Only one can take on Tornado for the challenge belt. That fight is just around the corner. But first, let the decider begin.
Dan Tomkia.
Good enough to reach the semi-finals of the UK Sixth Wars. The machine of Michael and Daniel Lambert and Stephen Gadsby on the right.
Terahertz.
Reached the grand finals of those most recent UK championships with John Reed, Nicholas Lynch and James Lynch and Terahertz.
Stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Sergeant Bash with a flick of flame, and Shunt, the old stalwart. This for the right to fight Tornado. Down comes the axe of Terahertz once again. Onto the top of Dan Tomkia, whose main hope here will be to lift Terahertz and try and flip it. Try and get it to the arena sidewall and flip it out. It's going to be a hard job. Terahertz, 99 kilos, 11 miles an hour. Fairly nippy, not as quick as Dan Tomkia, but protected by those side flanges to stop it being flicked over just like that. But did you see how quickly Terahertz self-righted? It was then thrust by Shunt, but it was away very quickly, Terahertz, using the power of the axe to self-right. We've seen that as Robot Wars has evolved, that machines use their weaponry to self-right as well. Now, is that as good as Dan Tomkia can give to Terahertz? John Reed at the controls there, you saw in the grey cardigan. Down comes the axe of Terahertz against Dan Tomkia. Michael Lambert on the left-hand side, captaining and driving. He designed the machine and built it. Son Daniel is the weapons officer, named after Michael's kids, Dan Tomkia, Daniel, Thomas, Kira, John Reed. Has no family values out there. He just wants to destroy Dan Tomkia. And he's doing a good job. Have they been immobilised? Is there any movement left in Dan Tomkia? I don't think so. Terahertz presses the pit release. The ref bot checks. Persistent pressure by the axe of Terahertz did for them. Dan Tomkia have come a long way, but no further will they travel. Oh well, comme ci, comme ça. C'est la vie dans le zone war.
What an absolutely explosive battle! Dan Tomkia consigned to the pit of oblivion. Oh, Terahertz, what a robot! They have fought for the right to fight Tornado for the challenge belt! What a battle! We were all watching it outside like that. Ow, 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 ow! Some power out of the axe.
Yeah, it's very, very strong.
I tell you what, we thought you had him right at the beginning. You flipped him over, and then I thought, oh, he's going over. He's going out of the arena.
Yeah.
But he got back on his wheels.
The house box went away.
Oh, blame it on the house box, eh? Because you nearly had it.
Yeah.
But he came back with such ferocious power.
Yeah.
Gave you such a battering. What happened to you because you just died?
It's either the link or the battery.
Bludgeoned to death.
Yeah, that is the way to put it, yeah. He's a flat packer.
What have you guys got to do to win?
Stop the link coming out.
You had a few problems getting underneath them, didn't you? I mean, you got underneath a couple of times, but you would like to have got under a lot more.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you've improved this robot, guys, we can't wait to see it, because it's going to be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ballistic. Dan Tomkia! We were watching that. It was just relentless.
I was not expecting that. I was really worried about these guys. These are the toughest fight we've ever had.
Yeah.
And
at the beginning, it looked like it was curtains for you, didn't it?
Yeah, big thanks to Shunt for getting in the way down there.
You're fighting Tornado next.
Yeah, another tough one.
How do you feel about that?
Some ways, I'm a little bit less worried than these guys.
Yeah.
But it's a tough robot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't win that belt for nothing. So it's not an easy fight.
That's it, the challenge belt holders.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Good luck to you anyway.
Give it our best.
We can't wait to see it. Terahertz against Tornado. It is going to be an awesome fight. Good luck, guys. Let's hear it for Terahertz!
Terahertz win the final eliminator then against Dan Tomkia. And now the big one. They will fight the challenge belt holders, Tornado.
Now, pay attention because this is important. The challenge belt final is here. Can you hold on to that challenge belt? Not just hold on to it, though. You get to keep it if you win this fight.
Absolutely.
How
We're going to give it
important is
everything.
that?
Well, we hold the first one. We're going to do everything we can to get hold of the second one. But
What weaponry have you got to combat it?
we put the scoop on.
Right.
It's the best thing to go against them. We get underneath them and hopefully should take the axe blows and stop the rest of the robot getting damaged.
So you're going into the challenge belt final with the scoop?
Yeah.
Far be it from me to say that it's the least impressive of your armoury. You, meanwhile, have this magnificent axe, which I absolutely love. OK, what's the power? We've seen it mainly on 140.
Yeah,
have you cranked it up?
We're keeping it 140.
Oh,
we're playing safe.
Why don't you crank it up to madness?
So they're so low, if we weren't too mad, it starts leaping and we can't hit them.
OK.
So we're just right on the edge.
Do you really, really, really think you could do this?
I don't know, it's a very tough machine. It's going to take a lot of stopping.
The challenge belt final. Terahertz against Tornado, defending the belt, of course. Wily, so very difficult to beat. But I'll tell you what, haven't Terahertz been impressive? Let's find out what Matt Irvin thinks about this. He was one of the original technical consultants. He started Robot Wars, and of course, now one of our esteemed judges, sir. Now, how's this one going to go?
This is one I'm not going to miss, actually, Jonathan, because we know Tornado is extremely good, but Terahertz in the new form that Ron John now builds, it really is. I would say it's the most violent of all the competitors' robots, and I think Tornado are going to have a real challenge on their hands here.
Did the judges frown when a robot like Tornado came in with a safety bar, didn't it? Mainly to foil Razor.
Well, personally, I think they're being clever here. I think they don't fall foul of the rules as they're written at the moment. So if they allow it, go ahead, let's do it. It's fun. I mean, whether it will be allowed in the future is another matter.
You have to be impartial here. I think you've shown that you rate Terahertz, and so do I. I think, Tornado might have met its match here.
OK, folks, this is the biggie. Will Tornado get to keep their second challenge belt, or will Terahertz snatch it from their oily hands? Hey, let the challenge begin!
Terahertz.
A double-headed axe, a single-minded purpose. They're John Reed, Nick and James Lynch, Terahertz.
Tornado.
New UK champions, they won the 6th Wars. Four-wheel drive pusher, controlled by Andrew Marsh and David Gamble and Brian Moss.
Roboteers, stand by.
The arena for the house robots, Sir Killalot, the jaws of death, the claws of death, the lance, and alongside him, Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1.
Can Tornado hold on to the belt? Has used the interchangeable weaponry to bring in the scoop, obviously to flip Terahertz out of the arena, but they need to survive that axe weaponry. It has great power and manoeuvrability, Tornado, and can push anything around all day. Look at that! Oh, Terahertz have gone! They tried to redeem themselves in the end, but they're out! They can't get away from the pit, I'm afraid. You won't get out of there. You can chop all day, but you can't change your fate. Tornado, great early push, backing away, sizing up Terahertz. Could Terahertz move quickly enough? They've obviously decided no, gone for the pit release there. They've already weighed up Terahertz, and they thrust them straight into the pit with Terahertz's weapon, the axe still driving away. Bash and smash, but crash go their hopes.
Cease.
All over inside 20 seconds. Tornado, the UK champions, they are victorious! You fought so hard. You came so far. And it was all over in the blink of an eyelid.
Just got shoveled straight in the pit. Very efficient of them.
What went wrong?
I think they'd obviously let a little bit more pressure out of their front tyre, so their front scoop was just a little bit lower, and they just get under it each time, so we didn't stand a chance, much really.
I mean, at the start of this competition, I couldn't see you getting beaten by anyone. You were completely awesome. You got a few smacks in with the hammer.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, but it didn't seem to do anything to them.
No, they're well armoured as well. Yeah.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed it? You've come so far this time.
Really good fun. Yeah, really great.
We're going to see you again, aren't we?
Definitely, yeah.
You're going to come until you win, aren't you?
One of these days.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an awesome, powerful robot. Raise the roof for Terahertz! You're ever going to get a weapon? Hey,
you got 4 of them.
You see, the thing about Robot Wars for me is it's about hammers and axes and flippers, and you've just got these wheels that just drive at you so fast.
It's power, it's grip. That's what the robot's about. It always has been.
Well,
that's what it does best.
You're holders of the challenge belt, and guys, you get to keep it because nobody deserves it at the moment but you. Please raise the roof. This is Team Tornado! Well, they've taken on all comers, they've settled old scores, and they even get to keep the belt on Robot Wars. Good night. Congratulations, lads.
Hello, Pippa. Hello, Craig. Queen of Robot Wars.
Coming next time on Robot Wars, Iron Maidens, Bearmoth, Reptilian and Cat 3, Spin Doctor, Pussycat, Chompalot 2, Familiar Metal Mashers. But women drivers are at the controls.